Well. Good morning, my fellow photographers. Yep, I'm starting with the words saying fellow photographers. It's only because, like, this is for photography. Okay, so yes. What else I want to say? Yeah, what we are going to look here today as a part of a screen recording video is like I discovered Google AI, a chatbot, yesterday night, and I actually wanted to make a video then and there as my first reaction, but it was a little late over here in my home, as in like between 9 and 10 p.m. So to formulate or think of an idea, or like just to have a narrative or go about certain things, I was totally blank. Then I was just questioning Bard AI about whatever things that came up to my mind. But for most part, it was so friendly and nice. And for few things, it wouldn't answer me at all. So I did not know how and where this one is going to go. Okay. So, but yes, this is all about Bard AI, and we will try to take informations if for the things which we don't get on Bard AI, we'll get it from Perplexity AI. Forgive me, I always stumble when I say Perplexity AI. This one, it came clear and nice. We switch off the Bluetooth connection. Okay, nice. It's a working day. Okay, mind you, this is probably recorded in the morning by 9:22 a.m. It's not like p.m. here. We are like just 12 hours apart from the thought that came to me from the very first discovery of Bard AI. I've been waiting for a while, actually, since the day Google announced, like I've been checking constantly, as in like if Bard AI is available in India, but it wasn't. And accidentally I stumbled upon Bard AI yesterday, and I was exploring it. Okay. Yes, I did go through all the boring stuff yesterday, because like I asked Bard AI if he could write a poem for me, and it said it can. And it also gave me a new term called limesick. So let's start with limesick. Like let's ask Bard AI to write a limesick poem about a photographer. Okay, so let's have that segue as like that's the connect that we have about AI for photography from the previous episode that we did. So, okay. Limesick, by the way, is the style or way of writing a poem in 5 lines with certain sounds, as in like ah, ba, ba, something like that. That's what it told me. So, let's ask Bade, kindly write a poem. So this time I was very careful about placing my condenser microphone away from me, so that I can have complete access of keyboard. Okay, so I won't be hitting my mic often, but you might hear some keystrokes. Forgive me for that. I can't help. Okay, so write a not a, just a poem, limesick poem about the photographer. Let's ask somebody like who I haven't explored in my previous video. Okay, so who we can ask? We'll talk about women. Yeah, Dorothea Lange or Lang. Let's see what Bard AI has to say about her. Oh, okay. See, it gave me a limesick for Lange pretty long, but it had a different meaning yesterday when I asked, like, what is limesick? Okay, it gave me a good poem. Let's read it out. Oh, Dorothea, photographer divine, your lenses captured hardship's truest line. Nice. Migrant mother's gaze, so full of pain, a testament to resilience, hard to sustain. That's amazing. Migrant Mother is one of the favorite photograph of Dorothea Lang. So your images echo through the years, a haunting song of human tears. Beautiful. From dust ball migrants to Japanese interment, your lens bore witness to great torment. That's amazing. But even in the darkest night, your photos glimmer with ethereal light. Your empathy shone through in every frame, a testament to your artist acclaim. That's awesome. Oh, Dorothea, I long to be near, to learn from you, to hold your craft so dear. That's amazing. I actually have held to few of the photographers' work as dear, and a few of the efforts made by long distance skaters as dear. And you might have heard me mention one name quite often in my videos. Probably would have guessed by this time. But anyways, let's proceed. To capture the soul of human condition with your compassion and your vision, so guide me, Dorothea, from your heavenly perch to photograph the world with your tender touch. Nice. May my images inspire and move as yours have done with grace and love. That's amazing. That's amazing. So let's ask like one more time, what is the way of writing Liamsic poems? We're slightly deviating from the topic. It's only because like Bard AI told me something else yesterday. Limesick poems are a type of poetry that expresses a longing for a place or person. Oh, they are often nostalgic and wishful, and they can evoke a sense of longing and homesickness. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Probably I'm a little limesick about my photo walks, I should say. I'm planning, but like often most of the time it ends in my thought process itself because like I want something more, you know. So yeah, that's nice. That's a good start for our day today with the photography video. Okay, so let's go to Perplexity AI. Okay, I asked Perplexity AI, how do you compare yourself with Bard AI? So it told me a few things. Okay, what I'm grabbing from that. If you want, you could also type in on the same question that you want to ask. What is the difference between Perplexity AI and Bard AI? Okay, you Perplexity AI uses something called perplexity training technique, an approach to certain things. The way the it's a chatbot, right? So how where the user interacts with the AI things, and it can give you some accurate results. That's what Perplexity AI told me. And Bard AI is very contextual in its responses, and it's much part of the bigger picture, bigger AI program, and all that. It could do a lot of things that Perplexity AI cannot. Perplexity AI cannot write codes for you, but Bard AI can. Okay, so Bard AI can write Java, Python, Perl, C++. It can do Mel as in like Maya embedded language. It can do JavaScript as in like needed for Photoshop. You could import such JavaScripts and automate your operations inside Photoshop and all that. Affinity Photo doesn't have the ability to import JavaScript and automate things. So Bard AI is kind of pretty advanced, and it could be very, very useful for photographers if you can, apply it in the right places, in the right way for your needs. That's what I understand. Okay. So most of the AIs, especially the chatbots, which are available for free of use or either by login, creating a login or something. So it's based on two things like black box AI model and white box AI model. What is black box and white box? Black box is something which is private, created by private companies where they don't disclose how the AI is functioning and how it is approaching things. There is no transparency. That's what it says. And while the white box AI is very transparent about what they are doing, and people have ability to debug the programs of AI. Okay, so that is the difference between black box AI and white box AI. So why am I talking here about this? Because Perplexity AI is based on ChatGPT, which is a black box AI. So Perplexity AI and ChatGPT is a black box AI, while Bard AI is an white box AI. Everything is open. That's how Android is. Android is an open source program. So anyway, Google owns it, but it's based on Linux, and it's open source. So what is the difference between Grok AI and Bard AI? What is Grok? Grok is the AI created by our more famous and dearest, adored, greatest minds of recent time in this century, Mr. Elon Musk, for his X, Twitter, or like on that platform, XAI. Okay, they have a different language, a large language model, LLM. Okay, it's not like the company's thing that you create, okay. So, and it has some spicy things, add some character to the chatbot that they have done with Grok AIs, and the responses could be filled with humor and spiciness and all that. That's what it says. Okay, and I think it could be a black box AI. I'm not sure, but we can ask them, ask the AI itself. And when you compare Bard AI, it's from Google, and it's more natural, and it's more designed for contextual response and all that. It's part of the bigger picture as well. So I would like to ask if uh, Grok AI, is it a black box AI? Why am I asking this or deviating from our topic? I do not know, but I just felt like letting people know about what these are. So Grok AI is a black box. AI are not. The term black box AI refers to AI system, which is internal working, while all these things. So Grok is a black box AI. So they don't disclose a lot of things. It's kept private within X programming, or like whatever Elon has created for us. Okay, so far we have done a little bit of mapping, gone here and there with the AI stuff. Here, let's go check what is the motto or the main core plot of this video that I'm trying to do here. Okay, so this video was inspired from this article from likarumors.com, as in like Leica Rumors, people from Leica Rumors, or the admin of Leica Rumors, have used ChatGPT, which has probably they might have subscribed to the ChatGPT 4 version or the advanced version, paid subscription, as in to access all this information. Okay, because for the free version, which is ChatGPT 3.5 until today, which is 6th of November 2023, they don't have updated knowledge, and they have the updated knowledge only until September of 2021. So what this was about. So, Leica Rumors people were so innovative. They went and asked what kind of cameras the great photographers of our time have used. Like people like Ansel Adams, Richard Avedon, Henry Cartier-Bresson, Dorothea Long, Robert Capa, Annie Leibovitz, Steve McCurry, Diane Arbus, Robert Dosnio, Elliot Irvitt, Brazai, Walker Evans, Robert Frank, Cindy Sherman, Edward Wurston, Andreas Gursky, Gary Winogrand, Irving Penn. You know who is Irving Penn? I've discussed myself in one of my episodes like fine art photography. I don't remember exactly, but I've discussed about him because he was the uh, starting point of the way I process my images. Okay, so I was supposed to process my image as in like a salt print, as in like platinum palladium print. Okay, so platinum palladium is a printing process, as in like it involves platinum salts, palladium salts, ferric oxide and all that. Like it's a complicated process, but that print is so amazing that like the grays are so beautiful, that not exact grays, yeah, could call it grays, but it has a little tone to it after when you add the necessary things, selenium and gold toning and whatever you want to do with it. But like the way of processing that I do with my images with digital prints that you see. Let's go to my Flickr page, flickr.com, is inspired from the Irving Prince photograph. I think I might have mentioned this. So Irving pen photograph of Picasso. So that's where it started. I kind of got inspired from the exact image that you see here. And I thought like, okay, my future image processing, it's all going to be looking like the platinum palladium print of this photograph. Okay, so that's when I started. Oh, what is this? Oh, I went to a different website. Flickr.com is what I need to go. So let me go to my about page. Probably I have the best photographs there. Oh, come on. My computer is running at 88 degrees actually. I'm still using Firefox, not the Safari. So you find the tone, the color tone. It's one of my favorite photographs. This photograph was taken as in like I was in the process of thinking of quitting my job, and I went for a photo walk in KR Market in Bangalore, and that's where I found the snap. Okay, so it was taken with Canon. I had a Canon EOS 1DS Mark II, which I bought as a second hand. It was my first full frame camera. But okay, so the coloring, the processing, the style, it was inspired from Irving Penn's work of platinum palladium print and all that. So my prints are not supposed to be processed in this way digitally. It was supposed to be the scans of platinum palladium print that I make of this photograph. Okay, so do you follow? So I have to scan the print that I made for this photograph and put it online for sale. So in that way, when customer orders a print, I make the solid print in my own lab and send that print to customer, unlike the digital world right now. Okay, so that was the plan before, but couldn't afford a platinum palladium kit. It was too expensive to acquire. It wasn't available in India. Got sourced from US, which is Bostic and Sullivan, at $250, I believe. The kit was like could make 30 prints or so, A4 size, not A3 plus. Like it won't last that long. So where we are getting there, I was talking about Irving Penn. He was the start of everything that I am doing right now with the digital processing. So next comes Martin Parr. So they have covered all the best of the best photographers in this list. You can take a look at this article. I would probably leave a QR code link here. Okay. And when I'm processing this video, why not I do it right away in this video for you to see like how I create the QR code. Okay, so it's like you can go to a website that would convert the URL into QR code for you, or like you just enter the QR code and have an extension. See, my computer is struggling. You could see the voices breaking. My pictures are not proper. Okay, so I could go here and I have an extension on my Safari browser that will generate QR code for me. So I'll just save that. Or what you guys can do is you can genuinely scan. I'll just put it as like our rumors. Okay, if you guys are interested, I'll just hold the page. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. I'll just hold the screen recording for a couple of seconds. You could actually scan this from this page straight away. I don't have to even put this in the editing. Like you could straight away scan this from this Safari browser thing that is displaying right there. Okay, so let's close this tab and close Safari and all together. So you can go ahead and read about all the greatest photographers, Fanho, Sebastião Salgado, René Burri, and Andre Curtis. I've spoken about few photographers in my videos, you might have observed. Okay, you can go to this article and check what they have done. Okay, so what and how different we could be in this video when comparing to this article, because like when the entire video is set up and inspired from this Leica rumors article, how can we make it very different from what this article has to offer to us. Okay, so yes, we can actually do that because I have an entire list of photographers which I actually like. Okay, genuinely like them, and probably forgotten about what they have done in recent times because I have not visited the list much often. Okay, that's the truth. And we will arrange the browsers in a proper way to look at the things. Okay, and we will ask Bard AI about these photographers and we'll see what it has to offer us. Either we can ask about the camera that these photographers have used, or we could ask about the photographers themselves. Okay, so that's the idea, to make use of Bard AI. And if Bard AI could not offer what we needed, we'll go ask Perplexity AI. Okay, so and if the data is before September 2021, we'll ask ChatGPT if need may. Okay, so let's go. Whom I want to pick here, I don't have a rule, but there could be a website that could do this for us. If we put the name and if we can hit the rule button, that should work for us. Probably I should have planned this before. Let's see if we can do that. Or why waste time in choosing what photograph I have to choose, because if the photograph appeared to be the same one in this list, it will be of not much use for you guys. I'll pick my own favorite ones. Okay, so we have so many. Why not go with Indian photographers on the list for the very first time? Why don't we do that? Okay, let's go look for, okay, Bard AI, kindly give us the information about the camera used by the Indian photographer Raghubir Singh. Okay, let's see and let's wait if that a particular piece of information is available with Bard AI. Oh, it has this information. So Raghubir Singh is one of the renowned photographers of India, and he was known for using handheld 35mm camera, and 35mm camera is a full frame camera, and shooting using Kodachrome film rolls. Oh, that I didn't know at all. Okay, and Leica M3 is his camera, Nikon F was his camera, Contax S2 was his camera, Hasselblad 500C was his camera. Oh, cool. I think Nikon F appeared in what the most famous movie, City of Gods, I believe. Okay, and he was also known for using a variety of lenses, including 28mm, 35mm, and 50mm lenses. That's amazing. Why 28mm? That I know, because like Leica's rangefinder cameras, it starts with 28mm. The rangefinder cannot go below 28mm, because like that's where the focal length markings are available within the rangefinder viewfinder. Okay, it cannot show which is less than 28mm, like 21, 20, 24, 21, 18, or any other focal lengths below 28mm. I mean, there are markings for focal length within rangefinder, lens finder, and viewfinder of a Leica camera. Is minimum is 28, and I think it goes up to 135, I believe. Okay, so nice. These are street focal length for street photography. And 35, actually I would classify 50mm as a normal lens. what do you call a normal lens? A normal lens is something that would make you feel like uh, looking at a subject in a naked eye, as in like you're looking from a close quarter, like a person is watching the photograph himself. You would feel that way, as in like you are watching the scene by yourself. Okay, so that's what a normal lens is. Now usually it's the diagonal length of the diagonal of the sensor or the shooting medium, may it be film or the sensor. Okay, so it's the length of the diagonal. Okay, so that's the length of the diagonal should be the focal length. Okay, normally a full frame lens will have a diagonal between 42.6 mm. I'm not sure, like, let's ask the AI why confused with our heads. Okay, I think the Perplexity AI could be faster on those results. So what is the diagonal length of a full frame sensor? Should be around 42 or something. So yeah, it's 43.27 mm. It's 43.27 mm. It's such a shame that I forgot all these things because I made a video about this. Okay, so 43.27 mm. So anything which is closer to 43.27 mm is a normal lens. So you could be calling 35 mm and 50 mm as a normal lens, or even a 60 mm sometimes. It's more like you're holding the camera. If you move one step forward, it's 50 mm from 35. When you go one step backwards, it's going to be a different focal length. So it's more like when you're shooting a 50 mm, when you go one step backwards, it could be behaving like a 35 mm, and when you go one step forward, that 50 mm could behave like 60 mm or 70 mm or 75 even, if you were closer by two steps. Okay, that's a lot of things. That's simple but nice. What did I do? I actually forgot to delete the things that I did. That is very interesting actually. Hasselblad 500C is very relevant even today. If you go to Genza market in Japan, you will find a lot of used cameras, especially film ones there, and there'll be a particular season for you to go there to Japan to buy film cameras. Okay, and you will find mint condition cameras. I'm not lying. You will find mint condition cameras. Okay, you can also contact Mr. JCH. JCH is Japan Camera Hunter. His name is Bellamy Hunt. Okay, so what I should look for, Japan Camera Hunter. Yeah, that's the website, japancamera.hunter.com. You can go there. Okay, or I mean, go there as in like visit the website, and you could email Mr. Bellamy Hunt to source cameras for you. If you need a film camera, especially in very good mint condition, you could email him. He will buy the camera and he will ship it to you from Japan. He lives in Japan and he knows a lot about cameras, especially film cameras. So you don't have to joke, or like you be serious about what you're doing. Okay, so he knows his stuff. He knows what he's doing. He himself have a shop, as in like he sells a lot of lenses and cameras there. Okay, used ones, the second-hand ones, the mint conditions and everything, you can go and buy it there. So just as we talk about Hasselblad, we have 503 CX there. So he knows his camera. He only sells legit product. Okay, you could visit him. He has a YouTube channel. You could go learn from him. Okay, so this is Bellamy Hunt's website, and he has all the social media contacts. You could contact him and proceed with your passion for film photography. Okay, that's JCH for you. So where are we here with this thing? Japan's second hand sales market thing, or whatever this thing. Japan is known for a lot many things, but film cameras is much more renowned. And recently, like people have talked about using very old very old cinema lenses, and to film or make use of those lenses for photography, like if you're interested in such things, I learned this particular piece of information from Big Head Tacos YouTube channel. You got to go to flickr.com. I think I kind of forgot his name, what his name right now, but it was Jeffo Wong, lens collector Flickr. Yeah, if you he's in China. Okay, so he has changed his name, Jeffo Aloha, recently. So what he does is like he takes the old lenses, as in like Tom Hardy. Oh, not Tom Hardy is an actor. Uh, Albums. Let's go to albums. So he takes all the old cine lenses and creates mounts and adapters to be used with the modern day film cameras. Okay, so we have lenses like Dahlmeier. It's a old film lens. Okay, you have Dahlmeier. We have Kodak. What else? Yeah, the old ones. I want to talk about the old ones. Mm-hmm. Dalmaya, the one that starts with T. I kind of forget this name quite often. Yeah, Taylor Hobson. So these are old cine lenses could be used with film cameras. Like Steinheil, Munchen, whatever. I couldn't pronounce the German name properly. Forgive me. Hugo Meyer. You know. These are old film lenses which is being adapted to photography by Mr. Jeffo Aloha or Jeffo Wong. You could ask him, go contact him if you want. You could buy it from him, I believe, and I think that's him in the picture, if I am correct. Okay, so he has the complete album of things that is there displayed in the Flickr. So why am I talking about this? I just felt like sharing this piece of information with you guys since we are talking lenses today and the cameras that has been used by one of our wonderful photographer Raghubir Singh. Okay, so let's see if it can show the photographs of Mr. Raghubir Singh. Uh, Forgive me, this is going to be a little long format video. Okay, can you please? This is testing Bard AI, by the way. Can you show me some photographs of uh, Raghubir Singh? So this is within fair use of the technology and fair use of the content. I guess I think I'm only displaying what the web has to offer. I'm not downloading the content for myself and I'm selling it outside. So I think it's all in fair use. So can you show me some photographs of Raghubir Singh, Bard AI? Yeah, sure it can. Mr. Raghubir Singh is known for taking some good, vibrant photographs. So we have the one from the monsoon rains. Somebody is riding the camel, and then you have the Kolkata Bridge and streets of Kolkata or Calcutta during his time, and some functions in Bombay about Ganesh Visarjan and all that. I personally like Raghubir Singh's work of frame within the frame. As in, like, if you go to Google Images, probably Raghubir Singh. See, there will be a lot of information you might gather or you might remember from every photographer that you learn and like. Okay, by the way, he is Mr. Raghubir Singh. Okay, and I find more repetitions and more fond of his photograph is through this frame within the frame. He would just open the door of his ambassador or his car and would have shot many photographs on this pattern. This is my most favorite work of his. Okay, I might be so amateur in this, observation, or like I might be a total, like completely, I might sound like an hobbyist who is talking big names and talking big things about the photographers, people who know very well, like please forgive me. I'm just a child. I'm still learning photography, so be kind. Okay, when I'm when I'm fond of Raghuveer Singh's work, I like his work through his car and through the window of his windshield of his car, covering the subjects. These are my favorite work, favorite photographs of Mr. Raghuveer Singh. I always being very fond of his work in that category because like I just love to be that that is something more individualistic and it's more like unique of that person. It's frame within the frame. That's his character. That's what I believe. And there are plenty of photographs of him shooting within the, just opening the car door and shooting. That's a lot of character in that person is showing things. You might have found some photographs of Steve McCurry from Car's windshield shot in India, but like this is my favorite of Raghuveer Singh, which I couldn't immediately, or Bard AI is not showing up as the specialty of that photographer. Anyways, so that was Raghuveer Singh for us. We learned about his camera, which is Leica M3, Nikon F, Contax S2, Hasselblad 500C. That's amazing. So let's go look for the photographer which I like from India, especially, and he is a Magnum photographer. Okay, so let's copy some text that we actually made before, which is here. Let's paste that here of the Indian photographer Raghu Roy. Lot of Raghu in this name, right? Forgive me. It's probably because like I become little nostalgic today because like I was WhatsApping my college friends group and school friends group after a lot of thought process and brainstorming about the long distance skating community, the Facebook group that I started and everything. I was a little worried like college and schoolmates are probably your dearest and closest, and they could be really mean or they could actually bully you. So I was a little shy to share them. I'm sharing it after several weeks of doing that, and the first person to give a thumbs up was Mr. Venkateswaran, my college mate. So his nickname was Raghu. So that's probably the influence that I'm bringing it here with a lot of Raghus in the photograph. Okay, so we have Mr. Raghu Roy. That's how he looks like. Okay. So Raghu Roy is most fond of using Nikon F. Okay. He also used other Nikon cameras as in like Nikon FM2, Nikon N80. Amazing. So you can probably go and Google about Nikon FM2, Nikon N80 if you want. For now, if I remember, I don't remember much of those old cameras because like my knowledge is very limited, or like probably I was looking for something which I actually wanted. So suppose like as in if I see like I am 3 and if I feel like I want to own this camera, probably I would have gone and studied much more about like I am 3. But Nikon F or DSLRs, actually these are very big. Actually I'm into small form factor cameras. As you all know, I own a Fuji X Pro 2 as a digital camera. So since if something pops up in the small form factor cameras, I'll tell about it if I know the information. But right now we have Mr. Raghurai using Nikon F, Nikon FM2 and Nikon N80. In recent years, he has moved on to digital cameras as well, and those are Nikon as well. And you will find a lot of videos. He does silver gelatin prints even today. I'm not joking. He does silver gelatin prints. I have seen photographs or him sharing Instagram stories, or probably his daughter. I believe I follow her daughter, follow his daughter on Instagram. She's also a tremendous photographer, and she has done some documentary film about her father, Mr. Raghu Roy, and all that. Like they were sharing some Instagram stories wherein like Mr. Raghu Roy was drying up all the silver gelatin prints in his lawn and everything. So it was a nice, interesting thing. So he has photographed a tremendous people and more influential political people of Indian, history, and Mrs. Indira Gandhi ji, forgive me, Mother Teresa, and many people like that. I absolutely love his work. Raghu Roy, Okay, so let's go look at the ask Bard AI about some photographs of Mr. Raghurai himself. Kindly show us some photographs of Mr. Raghu Roy. So let's see what Bard AI has to offer, and if something was missing or if something I know about it, probably I could share it with you guys. Okay, we have some work of Magnum photographs. That's interesting way to start actually, because like if you have want to see Mr. Raghuroy's work, you could actually go to Magnum Photos and look for Mr. Raghuroy in their website. Magnum Photos is the most, you know, they are the great journal group in the world, covering a lot of things from wars to a lot of journal stuff, so you could actually look for the photographs that was shot with Magnum by Mr. Raghu Roy, and you could also find a lot of big photographers, big names in the history of photography with associated with Magnum for photos, so they are the big organization who actually get all the good talents for us. Okay, so you could probably find the work of Mr. Raghu Roy here. So I clicked here R. It should probably take me to R. Yes, probably I'll accept that. Yeah, we have Mr. Raghu Roy here. When I hit R, wish my computer is a little faster so that I could show you a lot of things. So you could find the best works of Mr. Raghurai here. So you will find the photograph of him. That's respected Mother Teresa. Okay. And few of his work, you could find a lot of photographs of his work in this, and you could check them. Okay. And I love his very first photograph, very first photograph of Raghurai, which is a donkey. He took it with this film camera. That was his point of realization. Like, okay, I can take photograph. I think he got some big prize for that as well. So this is one of my favorite photograph. All his photographs taken with Indira Gandhi ji, that is amazing. And his work in Delhi, and his work in Rishikesh, and his work in all the important places of India, including Calcutta. A lot of photographs, this one especially in the railway station, and I liked this one. This is my most favorite photograph of his. I shot it in Mother Teresa's place itself, and if you read about how he shot this photograph, that story itself is much more amazing, because like he went beyond the limit to make this happen. That's a wonderfully interesting story, this one. I'm just not randomly picking. I have already seen these photographs myself before, and I'm a big fan of his work. Okay, so I totally admire what he has done with his little lens and the camera that he had to make the photograph, like this one, like going from the bottom angle for the singer. He has done tremendous things, like if you should talk and hear about his backstories of every photograph that he has done, or whatever little material that is available online. So it's amazing. He is one of my favorites. So Bard AI gives you hints and links when you ask about the images, so it's not giving the complete details. So if I'm going to ask the same question to a black box AI, which is Perplexity AI. Let's move out of the diagonal thing now. Let's go inside and ask the same thing. See what Perplexity AI has to offer for us. I do not know if I am logged into Perplexity AI right now, so I apologize, but I could not find relevant search photograph of Mr. Raghu Roy. Unfortunately, Perplexity AI could not offer that. This could happen with Bard AI as well, because I asked Bard AI about Henri Cartier-Bresson, and Bard AI could not present any of his photograph work at all. So these could happen. So we have seen two photographers, Mr. Raghu Roy and Raghubir Singh. Okay, and okay. Yeah, since we have spoken about Mr. Daughter of most respected Mr. Raghu Rai, why don't we take a look at the work of her? I'm currently in the little bit of hiccup in the memory of recollection game. So let's Google his daughter's name of Raghu Rai photographer. Forgive me the language and keywords used. It's simple, and that's what I'm trying to do here. It starts with A, Avani Rai. Yes. So let's ask Bard AI. I think I should copy these same words if possible. Bard AI, kindly give us the information of the cameras used by. She is the recent generation photographer of Avani Rai. Okay, so it did not have the enough information. That's all right. Bard AI kind of has this hiccup. Probably it is learning and it will develop in the future. Okay, so this is all in the fair use thing. So probably they can display a few things. Like I'm asking the black box AI, Perplexity AI here. Sure, nice. It gave some photographs. Okay, she uses Sony. Okay, as far as my knowledge, in observing her work, she has done extensive photographs across the valleys of Kashmir and many other places. Okay, so I think she is aspiring to be a filmmaker. She has done ad work. She has worked with iPhone film made by, I think, Mr. Why am I doing this today? I don't know, but yes, she was the PR for all those things. iPhone film made by the Indian director of Kufia. Director of Kufia. Hold on a second. Come on. Yeah, Mr. Vishal Bharadwaj. I think uh, did Avani Roy work with Mr. Vishal Bharadwaj in the iPhone movie he directed? So probably you could take this idea about like finding out your favorite photographer, the camera that he uses. No information available, but I remember I think she probably worked on that. Okay, so I you can look for information such things, or like generally if you want to know about uh, like you can ask or Google about it or do DuckDuckGo about it. By the way, DuckDuckGo is actually kind of like partly owned by Microsoft as well. So not all the searches are tracked, but few are actually tracked. Oh, probably I think so. So we'll move on to the next photographer. So who we can look? Yeah, Louis Farah. He is one of my favorite photographer. There is a whole lot of story that is behind who Louis Farah's photograph there of the. We'll just cut the Indian there. So we saw two photographers, Indian photographers today. From my list, there are plenty more. I could actually share you those things. So let's go and look here. Let's this come. Louis Farah used variety of cameras throughout his career, but his most preferred camera was Leica M3. So we are looking at all the people in that period where Leica M3 was launched, probably between 1950s. So this is amazing. So he has used such as Leica M2 and Leica M4. That is amazing, no? That's amazing, actually. So here are some most iconic photographs taken by Louis Farah. New York City, 1940s, 1960s, a series of photographs that captured the street life of New York City. Migrant mother, like the Dorothea Long or something, and women with sunglasses and couple dancing in the street. That's amazing work of Louis Farah. And we have learned about his cameras as well, like IM3, like IM2, and like IM4, all rangefinder cameras. So I'll tell you one story which I remember about Louis Fowler. Okay, in those days when people are actually working with the uh, you know photographs, they actually have to go to the lab, form a relationship with the lab assistant to develop their photograph in the way they want, and they'll be telling them and instructing them. They'll be working like days together, weeks together, to develop and bring the look of one particular photograph that they actually needed. So they would say like burn here, dodge there, whatever things that you do with Photoshop, they have to work with the lab assistant and bring out that results that they want. So a photographer might always go to one particular lab and have his own favorite lab assistant develop one particular photograph of him all the time, like the journals do. The people working for a particular journal, say New York Times or something. So I think Bob Cunningham was working with New York Times. Let's check. Bob Cunningham, New York Story. Did he work with New York Times? I would like to learn or know about this. I would just want to assure something. Bob, yeah, yeah. What he does is like, oh, he's Bill Cunningham, not Bob Cunningham. Forgive me. Bill Cunningham, he would go on street every day on a bicycle to photograph the latest fashion that was seen in the streets of New York and publish it in the New York paper next day. So he's been known for that. So what I'm trying to say is like in those days, film days, people will have one particular person, lab assistant, developing and constantly processing their own photograph. Okay, so these are works of Mr. Louis Farah. I'm very fond of his work. I absolutely love his work, his style, his composition, and the way he's seeing things, the story that he wants to tell through his photograph and everything. So this is I absolutely adore his work. But the story that I remember is like from one particular photograph of his taken within the station, railway station. Photograph taken inside railway station. Okay, let's go to that topic. This is probably shot with Leica M3 or M4 probably. Okay, so this is that photograph. I could not show you then, but I could not find it then. Probably I found it now. Okay. So what you are finding is the actual, not the actual photograph that you actually see here. Okay. So the actual photograph that he took was this. Okay. What you see here is the actual photograph that he took. Okay, he was working with his lab technician and everything, and I think Mr. Like Louis Forrest shot a lot of Ilford, and he kind of worked with Ilford films and labs and things like that. So when he was trying to develop this, he wasn't satisfied with the photograph, so he worked all night, went home and rested, and came back. And what he did was like, yeah. I'm sorry, my brush is not on. Yeah, my brush is on now. So what he did is like artificial. What is happening? Why my brush is not working? Okay, probably I switched on. Yeah, it's working now. So what he did was he added the additional flare on the right side corner of this photograph when he was processing the image. Actual photograph did not have that processing thing, but this flare that you see there, it was actually added during the processing of that particular photograph, which enhances as if like there was some street light, some light was there, like covering these wonderful couple who were having this intimate personal moment in the railway station of New York or wherever that was. Okay, so they have done wonderful things. They have tried tough stuff, like which is easily available to us in the modern times. So just check the work of Mr. Louis Forer. It's amazing. So there are plenty of photographs. I like the way he stages or blocks his, composes his things, like It's amazing, actually. Unfortunately, I have not studied much of Louis Forer to find a pattern, but I genuinely like his portraits a lot. Okay, so that's Louis Forer for us. And who else we can see for today? That was not there in the list of like rumors. I think probably Raghubir Singh was there already in that list, but who else I want to see today or talk about it today with my people or share it with my people, or somebody who I know a little bit of, and which was not there in the list. But all the best ones that was, it was already there. Okay, probably I could say it. I don't remember if it was there in the list or if it wasn't, but we'll check this photographer. Sally Mann. Okay, so let's go copy the text here and let's paste it in the Bard AI. And probably ChatGPT could also do this for us, you know. So what I'm trying to give here is like, if you are into the craft, if you are deep diving into the craft, if you want to learn and keep you inspired even on the days like when you can't afford to go for a photo walk in a long in a place or a distance that you want to actually love to photograph. You could keep yourself inspired by all these things, all the tools that is available today to learn about them. So Sally Mann is one of my women photographers, and she used large format cameras. Those are like very big, like in the old times you take a black cloth, go inside, compose your shot, take a photograph, and all that kind of camera. Yeah, see, her more deared and preferred camera is 8 by 10 deared of view camera. It's a very big large format camera, and 8 by 10 century universal and 11 by 14 deared off. So she did not shy away taking such a big camera with her, with such big bellows to compose shots and shoot her subjects. Like she shot more personal photographs. It's immediate family, there's her son, daughter, and all that. And she shot, it's one of her famous landscape photograph, Deep South, Motherland, and What Remains, and all that. Like she is fond of large format cameras. That's what I want to say. So don't shy away. If you still want to use large format cameras, you can go and buy them. And there are large format cameras for digital as well. It's coming up. Okay, it's a monochrome sensor. It's a very big when compared to large format, like more than 4 by 5, I think, but not to the size of 8 by 10 or something. Okay, so I have to refer to that information, but there is one digital large format camera available. Okay, so let's ask Bard AI, is there any digital sensor large format camera? So we learned about the work of Sally Mann. If you want to see the work of Sally Mann, let's go check Sally Mann photographs. I could ask Bard AI, but right now we are running something else but Bard AI. So it has given more, I think it's the Large Sense. I think this is the company which is selling digital large format cameras. So I had thought about owning, a digital large format camera. Yeah, it's the Large Sense. Yes, yes, yes. This holds a monochrome sensor, big large format camera. So you can take pictures which are of less megapixel, but it actually gives a bigger pixel per pixel value wherein like more light information is stored inside. So I really would love to own this camera sometime, someday. Data transfers, protection of all these photographs is a tedious process. The powering the camera is also some process. But I would like to own this camera someday. So there is a large format camera if you feel like, if you still want to do some photography, in a digital medium. Okay, unlike film and large format Polaroids and all that. Yes, Polaroids are available for 8 by 10 as well. So you could go and check that. Okay, she is Sally Mann, and she is Sally Mann now, And if you are much more interested in knowing about photographers, you can actually go to charlierose.com. Charlie Rose is and presenter and a lot of things he is Mr. Charlie Rose. He has interviewed a lot of people. Okay. I think it's in the episodes or something. Okay. Not episodes. Should look for probably search. Okay. Interviews with photographers. So if you go to Charlie Rose's website, he has interviewed every big photographer in the world. Okay. He has interviewed the names that you saw in the Leica rumors list. He has probably interviewed most of them. So you could go check on Charlie Rose website and learn about stuff, their work, their cameras, and everything. Okay. So he even spoke about one of the photographs taken by Henry Cartier-Bresson in India when Mahatma Gandhi ji attained the Divine Award. Uh, actually, Henry Cartier-Bresson would have said like he gave the camera to one of the person who was standing above the tree, above him, to click the. I composed the shot. I set the settings in the camera, the lenses, aperture, and all that, shutter speed and everything. I just asked him to click, but he said like he took the photograph, but took the help of the person above him or something like that. You could watch that interview. It's very interesting. So I like her work. It's very intimate. She has taken the family pictures but set in mood and tone to it. I like her portraits a lot. Could go and check the work of Sally Mann. Okay, so since we are more interested into the cameras used by photographers, so that would be Sally Mann for us now. And with one more photographer, probably I would end this episode for all of you guys. This is a long format, but I could keep going on if it was a live session, but it's not. It's not. So it's recorded versions, and I don't want my quick time to show up saying like there is some error during the recording session. So let's go. Who else I want to show you? Okay. I definitely don't remember few now, but who I can show, which was not there in the list. Actually, every time I go there, I kind of stumble. Okay. Probably this person was not there in the list. So he's an Indian photographer. I like his work as well. Okay, he is Mr. Pablo Bartomelo. Okay, so let's go see what cameras Mr. Pablo Bartomelo has used. So we have seen 3 Indian photographers today. It's 4 particularly. That's amazing. So not in a particular order, but yeah, nice. Mr. Pablo Bartomelo was known for using variety of cameras throughout his career, but his most preferred camera was Nikon F. Look how fond people were about Nikon F. No wonder Nikon has launched the digital version as in like Nikon ZF, the in a small form factor. That's amazing. So he also used Nikon cameras such as Nikon FE and Nikon FM2. That's amazing. That's amazing. So we learned about the camera used by Mr. Pablo Bartomelo. That's amazing. I like his work as well. He has done some personal, done some street, and he has done some photo essays, a lot of things. So outside in the Boatman of Ganges, cityscape, portraits, and some of his famous photographs. Okay, so if you want to check Pablo's Bartomelo's photograph, we'll start by asking Bard AI and then visit DuckDuckGo and wrap up the session. Okay, I hope most of the photographers I actually discussed today were not there in the rumors website except for Saliman, I'm not sure, or Raghuveer Singh, but yeah, that was the motto today. He is Mr. Pablo Bartomelo. So I like his work. So let's go put in DuckDuckGo to look for fair use of image as well as to check on his work. So he has shot, that's young Pablo. There, that's him. He has shot some personal images as well. His life, the street, the life of people that he has come across, some photo essays as well. So it's interesting, actually, the way he composes his shot to tell the story that he wants. Few are little dynamic, and the lighting that he has chosen, few are backlight, few are, like well lit subjects, indoors, outdoors. He has some varieties in them, and I really didn't study much about in depth was his work to find a pattern that I did it with Mr. Raghubir Singh, but like you could learn about him. It's few are I like a few of his work of documentary style photographing. That's what I would categorize it in a way. Go study them. It's amazing. It's amazing. He's a good photographer. So yes, probably I would wrap up this session with this. So you could definitely use the modern day tools like Grok or Bard AI or Perplexity AI, like we did ChatGPT ask to write poems, which was silly, but it was fun. But yeah, yeah, could make use of such things to keep your passion alive, to learn about great people who have established wonderful things in the world with the small medium of camera, presenting and telling stories, reflecting everyday lives of people, found in railway station, bus stands, streets, personal houses, getting a peep into a lot of things. Okay, that's amazing. Yes, those are the people, and there is a whole lot of list here. We'll check. I'll probably be much more prepared and talk about these things later. Hope you liked this session, and my intention was to explore Bard AI. We saw like what Bard AI can do. It's still in the learning phase. Can definitely be much more potential tool for us, as in technical side, as in like to let it write a code for us and all that. If you want, I can show you a sample, as in like write a JavaScript code for importing images from a folder into Photoshop. It can actually do that for you. There are actions already available in Photoshop to do this, but if you want to Bard AI to do it for you, it will actually do it. Let's wait or give come a couple of seconds or minutes. See, it can actually do it for you, and you might have to give the names of the folder, where it is actually, and if it is Mac OS, you got to do it accordingly. If it is Windows, got to do it accordingly. You got to let the AI know what you want. It'll help you with that. So that's what I want to say. So what is the motto of this? We explored the main plot, as in like we explored the cameras used by few of the photographers, mostly Indian today, and we saw a few of the photographs of theirs, little backstories, and I was all over the place on with few other things. So the motto is the plot was covered, and the ultimate motto was to tell that how to keep your passion alive with tools of AI. So I think I have justified what I have tried to do today. So, yep, thank you so much. I have immense respect for everyone that I've discussed today. Yeah, I mean well. I mean only well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye. This is K signing off. Tata.